to New Orleans, you ought to go see the Mardi Gras. If you go to New Orleans, you ought to go see the Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Parade Route. Tonight, we have a bomb of an episode for you, because tonight we have the NOLA Bombshells. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
So, let's start off, introduce yourselves, tell us your role in the organization.
I'm Renae. I'm a bombshell for 3 years now, and I'm on the dance team.
And I'm Kat. I've been a bombshell for about 5 years now. I'm on our elite team and our team director.
All right. So how did the Bombshells come to be?
Yeah. So for the bombshells, I think one of the things that's really unique is Mandy, who is our owner. She always had this vision of having a dance team that she was involved with. She didn't necessarily grow up doing a ton of cheer and a ton of dance. So she was really looking for a way to bring women together at an older age, we'll say, and give them the opportunity to dance during Mardi Gras. And one of the things that I think is really unique about our team is that we pride ourselves on being able to take anyone onto the team, teaching them how to dance and allowing them this opportunity to participate and have fun during the season. All
right. And I know that y'all have been around for several years now. You'd mentioned 5 years. Is that... Are you a founding member?
Not quite a founding member. I started about a year and a half in or so, but pretty close to it.
All right. One other thing that's real special about y'all is y'all are really active during Mardi Gras season. And not just during Mardi Gras season, outside of Mardi Gras as well. You know, I think I saw that y'all marched in like 8 or 9 parades this year.
Yeah. If you count the beginning parades, so like the Mandy Milkshakers kickoff, I think we did 11 parades during Mardi Gras season, and we still have 2 to go.
Wow. So what are the 2 that y'all still have to come?
Yeah. So tomorrow we have the Irish Italian in the quarter, and then we also have the St. Bernard Parish Irish Italian parade.
All right.
And when's the second one?
April 1st. No, April 2nd.
What drove you to joining the Bombshells? What was it about that one? That was...
So I was at a place where I was stagnant in my life, and I felt like I needed a change. I needed to do something that was just for me, for no one else. And I knew one of the girls on there. I saw them perform at like a Super Bowl thing. And it was really cool. They all looked like they had fun, and they all got along. I mean, that's what they looked like. And it just, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. I tried out more nervous than I tried out anytime during high school or anything like that. But I signed up and I love it, never looking back, so.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm a transplant to the area. And so my first Mardi Gras, I kind of like watched everyone. I was coaching because I'm also a teacher. And so I was coaching middle school, and I was like, man, coaching kids is great, but I wish I could do this like as an adult and have fun. And then I realized there really were adult crews because, you know, being a transplant, I didn't know. And so I just kind of started looking for places to audition. One of the things that really made me like the Bombshells the best was just the fact that they really do dance. I have a dance background. I grew up dancing. I danced with a professional ballet company for a while. So for me, I was like, oh my gosh, somebody who dances and doesn't just move arms. And so I was really hooked after that.
So what's the audition process like for y'all?
Yeah. So we do auditions. Actually, we have them coming up this weekend, where we have 2 different levels of teams. So we have dance team, which is really more of a club for fun. Obviously, we do it year round, but it's more about like celebrating the Mardi Gras season, doing a couple of the other bigger events. And that's really where women are coming to like gain a sense of community more. And then we also have the elite team. The elite team is for ladies who are maybe more traditionally trained. They probably have like a stronger technical background. And so if somebody called us and said like, hey, next weekend, can you come and do this one dance at our whatever, those would be the ladies that would be like, hey, we have an event and you have a week to get this down. So it kind of offers two different levels. So our audition process, you come in, you learn like a quick little routine. Then after that, we kind of review the girls. Some people might be asked to stay and audition for elite that seem like they have more technical skills. They'll learn a secondary routine, and then that's it.
We would obviously be an elite team.
I know. I
I bet you have a great pirouette.
Oh, that's amazing.
And their leaps.
So I know that from talking with a couple of the different dance groups out there, there was definitely a challenge during the past 2 years with the pandemic, and social distancing and all that. How did y'all get? How did y'all maneuver through the pandemic?
Yeah.
So I think we stayed connected. That was one important thing. Whether we couldn't be physically connected or at the same place, we did a lot of virtual practices and a lot of virtual things. Like there was one night we just stayed and talked about everything. It was more like we created the sisterhood and really bonded there. Mm-hmm. We got to participate in
the stay at home. Yeah.
And the parade last year for Floats in the Oaks. Floats in the Oaks.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I think y'all were performing when I went through there. I want to say it was the last day.
We did it a bunch of days, which was exciting because it was kind of special. I don't know if we'll ever get that opportunity again to, not have Mardi Gras. God forbid.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you enjoyed it, but let's let that be the only time.
yes,
you do that.
that's it.
It was neat, though. I mean, we're kind of like, well, what do you do? Let's go see it. And all the parades put out kind of their nice signature float, so.
And that was cool.
It was neat.
Because you got a piece of Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
And for a time like that where it was really like you felt isolated. You felt like we had something from home. It was something small, but it was something that was like, okay, it's going to get better. Like, it has to get better.
Yeah.
Well, I was nervous about this year not happening, and then all of a sudden it kind of was just like, all right, it's too late. We're not changing it now. We're doing it.
I know when we were in January, we were working on marches, and we were just like, how many marches do we work on? Because we still don't have an official go-ahead for what this season really is going to look like and what we're all going to have to do. Because I just remember being at practice and looking at the girls, and I'm like, everybody looks amazing. Are we going to use this? Like, is this going to come to be? I don't know.
One thing that definitely changed this year was we had to make sure everyone was vaccinated. So, that was a big thing. You had to be vaccinated in the parade, even our security. So, it was different instead of just showing up the day of, kind of. So,
yeah.
There's a lot more legwork that went into it ahead of time, making sure you had a file. Everybody's cards were on file. The last thing we wanted was somebody to be like, where's your vaccine card? And then a girl be like, it's in my bag in the truck that's over. You know?
So. Have someone having to run darn near across town to go get their proof.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But turned out for the best. It
did.
Seems like the numbers are staying down. So, we're going to cross our fingers and hop on one leg, I guess.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it stays the way that it's going right now, Yeah. So you'd mentioned also the stay-at-home thing. Is that the YouTube project where a bunch of the different groups did dance routines?
Yep. Which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of our ladies got really creative on where were some fun places in the city that they could film by themselves, and then we could kind of collage the video together. I think everybody just had a good time. It was something different to do in a time of everything was different.
And it gave you a purpose, something that you're learning these dances for, something that's okay, I can, it's fun to dance, but it's more fun to kind of show it off.
Right. So, how many different dances do y'all prepare for any given year?
Somewhere between 6 to 8 marches typically. And then we will use a variety of songs for each march. So this past year we had a rotation of 24 songs, but 6 marches that went with those 24 songs.
Wow.
That's got to be better than hearing 6 songs in rotation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's some of them. I mean, I think they've expanded now, but you would hear maybe 2 songs every time you'd see them. But it was kind of like their theme song. I don't want to name the group, but it's a lot of fun. But it always struck me as strange, you know.
Yeah. I think it gets to the point by the end of Mardi Gras season where you're like, if I have to listen to this song again.
It's not by the end. It's halfway through.
Yeah.
It's halfway through.
You're like,
Or
I
if you
love
hear it on the radio, you're like, ooh,
nope,
Yeah,
not
I'm
that
changing
one.
the channel. You know?
But we had a good song selection, and we had a good variety of dances. It wasn't just one type of dance that everyone conformed to, like super jazz, super hip hop. Like, we had a good array. We had great choreographers this year.
With your choreographers, who are they? Is it just same group per se of ladies that are
We actually
creating
do
the
a lot of
dances, or is
inside
it-
choreography, which is awesome. We give our girls a chance to shine and to come up with something that's theirs and share with us. So we have a good group. Kat
Yeah.
came up with a dance, so
Yeah, you're like Mandy, our owner, myself, the director, and our in-house choreographer. All of us will do a march each year, but then we also give the ladies an opportunity to kind of like audition their marches, showcase their own style, and then as a team, we kind of vote on them and decide which ones we're gonna do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it makes it really fun.
What other stuff you do outside of dance crews? You go bowling or whatever. You know, do you do any other team activities?
yeah, there's definitely social times that we have. We have a Big Sister, Little Sister program, which we're definitely trying to create that to be a bigger experience. So there's bowling nights, and there's nights that you just hang out with your big sis. It's also really cool because you have these people that you can guide through parade season. You're never going to understand how much you need a person to be like, bring your bobby pins to really, unless you've been there. And it's really cool to like help show someone the ropes and be like, look, I used, deodorant today. Did you? Great.
Good job.
Great.
Did you bring sunscreen
Did
too?
you bring sunscreen? Yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely do some of that. Where we work with a couple of different groups in the area. So Women's and Children's Shelter, we do some fundraising and different events for. We've worked with a couple like SBCU and just an assorted group that we've done some like give back nights for and like done some volunteering with and things like that too.
That's real cool.
Do you guys support the same women's shelter as the Pussyfooters?
Yes.
Okay.
So my sister works there, so thank you very much.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So we're actually doing a fundraiser coming up.
Okay.
And all the proceeds are going to go to the
Women's
and Children's Center. So we're really excited about it. It's going to be on April 1st at Southport Hall.
Okay.
So,
Southport Hall.
yeah,
Southport Hall.
I am pretty excited about it. You guys should come.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
So-
Scream Queen
It's
themed.
so-
So Halloween meets
Okay.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
All the best things. Meets prom.
So it's a costume affair?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're pretty excited about it, and we're pretty excited to give back. We typically have one big fundraiser in October, which is our NOLA Bombshell brew, and we'll pick a charity to support that year, and it's really exciting. It's like a showcase, and we invite other teams to come and participate, and we love it. So,
Yeah, that's one of the things that's really cool with, I would say, the dance team
Community,
is seeing how all of the different groups, when one holds an affair, that you'll see sometimes 7 to 20 different groups. A month or two ago we went to the Blush Ball and there was
we went. It was so
there was
much
like 20
fun.
different groups, representatives from all these different groups there that were helping support the cause,
I think in general, dancers like to have fun. Not that New Orleanians don't, because they like a good time too. But honestly, dancers are just ready to party. And we're all about supporting each other. There's just a sense of community there. Like, we know people on the NOLA Heat and the Pussyfooters and the 610 Stompers and the Swampers and the Sirens. Like, we know it's exciting to see your friends on the route. So,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the fun things is you really, when you're part of the dance community, you're going to know people on assorted crews.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one of the things that makes Mardi Gras is you get to go and like hug your friend who is in a corset and wings, but normally teaches down the hall from you. Or like, you know, just all the different people that you get to see on the route and then hang out with. And like you said, when we do these events, everybody shows up and shows out, and it makes it a really good time for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that way so much. Like, I just guess I didn't consider it, but like with us doing all these interviews, like from here on out, I'm gonna yell at y'all every time y'all walk by.
Oh, please. Love it.
So like, but you're right. Like, we end up seeing, I don't know, 10, 15 friends almost every parade these days.
Yep.
You know, so
It's definitely really cool because there's no animosity between the teams.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of like you do your thing, find a team that fits you, and then there's just love for them.
And I think that's the glory of like having all the different teams is everybody has their own niche. So like if this wasn't your niche and that was great and we're happy, like I think everybody's really happy for each other when they find their niche and they find their spot to shine. And that's like really nice to see all the like supportive love that happens, especially during Mardi Gras season when we get to see each other.
well, plus in amongst the teams, I mean, there's, you know, some similarities, but you're all different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said, y'all are the more technical dancers. Would that be y'all's forte? Yeah, I don't know. Like some of them are wrestling guys. Some of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Everybody
so.
has their niche.
Yeah.
It's neat because it's like your outlet, and it's really fun to connect with someone else that's their outlet too. And it's like, okay, cool.
How'd y'all come up with the uniform that y'all typically wear on the parade? You know, it's it may seem odd to say, but it sticks out the fact that y'all are dressed almost like traditional cheerleaders.
Yeah. I don't know how we came up with it. I just purchased it and wore it. So.
Yeah, we've been through a few different uniform types. I would say they've always kind of led more to the more cheer-esque side of things. But I think a lot of it is a lot of women join the Bombshells because they're more comfortable with the uniform style and the fact that it does cover maybe a little bit more than some of the other teams.
Yeah.
And so it really is a place where women can still be a professional in the day, and when they see their boss on the route or whoever, it's okay. Because we do have some ladies who are like docs on the team that maybe want to be a little bit more covered. There's a lot of us who are teachers, and you know, when you run into your middle school, high school students on the route, you want to be at least a little covered. And so I think it's the uniform really lends itself to allow for maybe people who wouldn't be comfortable in some of the other costumes that you see.
Yeah.
That surprised me how many teachers are in dance club.
There's a lot of
Lots
us.
and
We're
lots of
everywhere.
them. Like, I don't know what it is about it. Well, I guess you'll get together like, hey, we're doing that this weekend. Come on, you know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
So how many ladies are in the Bombshells these days?
We have about 70 ladies.
Wow.
And then we have auditions this weekend, so we'll see.
Wow.
Can Kirk come?
Yes, we insist.
So, like, a lot of the crews do, like, a little, you know, favor, a little personalized thread. Do you guys do anything like that?
We don't typically do a lot of throws. Like, I know the Sirens have their message in the bottle.
Yeah.
We've played around with a couple of different ideas. We had, like, a couple of little, like, bomb-shaped handouts this year. We had a couple people who, like, decorated wine glasses. I wouldn't say we have come up with, like, our signature yet.
Yeah.
But I would say it's definitely in the works.
So I kind of, now that you say that, I kind of remember seeing a little bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a couple that went around. I think that next year, I think we'll make it more of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like glittered hand grenade or something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who doesn't love glitter?
Yeah. I have a whole shelf dedicated to glitter, and all the time I'll be at work and I'll look down and it's just random glitter on my desk that's traveled with me. Just is what it is.
Glitter makes babies. It's going to be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the practice regimen like for y'all?
Typically, it's once a week. So we meet on Wednesdays. And then when it comes closer to special events, we'll have it more than once. Parade time, it can be up to 4 times a week. If we're coming up for the brew or something else like that, it might be 2 or 3 times.
Do y'all have a requirement for members? I know in a couple of the different groups, they'll say, hey, in order to be able to be eligible to march, you need to make sure that you've attended 50% of practices or something like that, leading up to that event.
Yeah.
Y'all have anything like that?
Yeah, we definitely have like a threshold as well. I think most of the teams in the area kind of do. Ours is around like 75% of practices right before Mardi Gras. And again, it's not something happens, you can't miss practice. Obviously, everybody's an adult, and so we know that things come up. But the reality is, if you come to 75% of practices, you're going to be prepared and you're going to be ready and you're going to be conditioned, versus if you're not coming.
Yeah, the last thing that you want is someone to show up on the route who's either doesn't know the dances or, like you said, isn't conditioned, and a quarter of the way down the route there, as I could imagine I would be going down the route.
It's definitely about conditioning. It definitely takes a lot to get there. Like, it's a whole mindset. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you want to enjoy it, so you want to be conditioned.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that comes with the fact that, like you said, we are really active. And so when you're doing 8 to 10 parades a season versus doing 1 or 2, you can fake it till you make it for 1 or 2 of them. But if you're doing 10, you're going day after day, and
it's almost like a marathon.
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is. We also do virtual practices, especially coming up to big events. We also have out-of-town bombshells that come in for special events. Like, we've performed in Disney before, and they can prepare and still meet all the requirements and meet us in Disney or meet us on the parade route. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you typically gather up and head out to the parade route together, or just meet up there?
It depends on the parade, I'd say. So it depends on the parade if we meet up together or if where our location is, but we always find each other.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all had like a little support bus or whatever like that, van.
Yeah, I think we definitely do a lot of carpooling. We don't all gather on one central van, and that's mainly because we have a lot of girls who don't necessarily, like, some girls live in Metairie, some live in Orleans Parish, some live in Slidell, and so when we have that many people coming from all over, it's easier to actually grab like 3 or 4 different vans and do it that way versus trying to get everybody to meet at this one spot to load to a bus to go to the parade route.
I think a lot of them do it just because they like the ride together. You know what I mean? Because either way, you're all coming to one location from somewhere else.
Yeah.
If someone were looking to learn more about you or follow y'all, where would they go?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Not me personally. Can't figure that out still. But we're anywhere. We're on NOLA Bombshells. And we have a website too, nolabombshells.com.
And I do follow y'all on Facebook and Instagram, and I know that y'all are quite active on there to where, it's not just like, once a month you put something up. There's a couple times a week where y'all are putting, whether it be pictures or, notes about upcoming events, so on and so forth.
That's all thanks to our media team that handle all the different fronts. Honestly, they help get the word out there about us. We love it. So
what's next for you for the Bombshells next year? I mean, going to try to do 8-10 parades again, or
at least. One of the things that we started doing this year more of is splitting so that we have multiple parades in a day. This past year we had Excalibur and Ocean on the same day, so half of the team was at one while half of the team was at the other. The next day we had, what was that? Pygmalion and
the morning parade.
Yep. It's escaping me right
either
now.
Choctaw.
Choctaw. I was Choctaw.
There we
Yeah.
go. And so again, like we had half the team in one, half of the team at the other. So, as long as we are staying at these bigger numbers for the team, we'll continue to kind of divide and conquer. That way everybody gets a chance to kind of be seen, do the different parades. Some people have like younger families, and so they really want to be at the day parades with their family, and then they want to march in the night parade, or maybe they want the chance for like their kiddo to see them, and so they want the day parade.
Yeah.
And so just continuing to allow girls to have that opportunity.
I can imagine that half your crew was very upset that they didn't get to march in our parade, though.
Honestly, that was the biggest complaint.
Yeah,
I
I can see
understand
that.
I understand that.
Fine, we'll go do this other
I
parade
do
uptown.
love Excalibur. It's like the opening of something, and like you get pumped, and the crowds are usually good because there's the
Family girl.
family girl. Thank you. Words are escaping me. But definitely that's usually going on, which is always fun. So I like that we get to parade in a lot of different places. We get to parade in Kenner. We get to parade in Covington, in the French Quarter, uptown. We really branch out. So that's really fun.
Yeah, it is cool to see when groups are able to expand out and not just be limited to one niche market, shall we say?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So you really have to hit particular ones to do that, because there's only one Kenner parade, there's only one quarter parade.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, do you purposely do that to hit all the different routes there?
It's pretty strategic.
Okay.
Yeah. We try, we definitely try to like expand. The first parade that we ever were in was in the Kenner parade. So we have a long-standing relationship with them. Excalibur, the next year was one of our first parades to add. So it's definitely one of those where it's like, okay, we want to make sure we honor these contracts that we've had in the past, but then also continue to expand.
We talked about how y'all devise the dances. Who picks the music?
Ooh, great question. So our choreographers do get to pick their own music for whatever dance they're choreographing. And then what we do is we typically take suggestions for songs that girls are like, yes, this song is hyping me up right now and I really want to dance to that. We'll make a list, and then we spend hours listening to the song and seeing which dance goes the best to which ones. I think this year we had like over 40 songs suggested, and we had to whittle everything down to 24. So,
And what's your favorite one?
ooh.
Okay, I can't do this because they're all my favorite in special ways. I
I was gonna say I think I have a favorite song for like each dance.
Each dance, yes, I can do that.
But I don't know about a favorite song.
So we do like a kick line to thank you for being a friend.
All right.
Okay, the theme song.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do put your hands on your knees. It's a really fun, like
Simon
upbeat.
Says.
Simon
Yeah.
Says,
Yep.
that's what it is. That one's really fun. You do the Pussycat Girls songs to one of my favorite dances. Sorry. It's really fun. So we really try to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's always Brittany in the mix.
Yeah.
Of course. It's got to be Brittany.
I mean, really.
It is Louisiana.
Hail Brittany.
Do either of y'all have a particular favorite parade? You'd mentioned how much you like Excalibur. I mean, is there?
There's two other ones that really, like, I like all of them.
Yeah.
I can tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
something
I mean,
really fun about all of them. But Druids is really fun for me. It's the middle of the week. I feel like we have one of the biggest crowds next to Mardi Gras Day there. Because it's the middle of that week. Everyone starts taking off, and then, like,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's the first of my vacation days.
Yes, most people, because it's like
Yeah.
a week to Mardi Gras, so it's like
Yeah.
party time. And so the crowds are usually bigger. And also the dancers, we have more dancers.
Mhm.
It's really a fun parade to do. And then Zulu. Zulu is on another level. Like, I love all the parades. Carrollton, everything that we do. Pygmalion. But Zulu is definitely like, okay. It's intense. The crowd's always there. They're always watching. They're always hyping you up. You're on stage the whole time practically. Like, that's how you feel. It's definitely something to be excited about. So,
Would you say that's your largest crowd of the year?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think
So I
it's hard
haven't
to
actually
beat that
made it to
crowd.
Zulu in a few years just because of, well, he lives right here by the road. So
Yeah.
you go hit Rex and run back here. And
You
know,
can
hit
march
it.
with us next year if you want.
Chaperone?
Oh, please. We're
No.
always looking for bodyguards.
Elite dancer.
Yeah.
We already covered this.
He has a whole file of glitter, okay?
Yeah, no, I think Zulu is hard to beat as
Yeah.
far as like crowd goes. That's also like my personal favorite. It's the one that I tend to know the most people on the route for. I teach in Treme in the French Quarter, so obviously like I get to see my kiddos on the route, which is always really fun. Like this year we turned to the side and one of my girls who I've had for 2 years now was standing literally right in front of me as we were stopped and I was dancing and her face was priceless because it was just Mom, that's my science teacher. And I was like, hi, sweetie. It's just so much fun when you get to see kids on the route and like you see them in like that other element because they don't expect it. And so it really shocks them, which I feel like happens every year at Zulu, which is so much fun.
And also from their perspective, wow, my teacher has a life outside of teaching.
You know, we're not real people outside of school. Don't tell people that, you know?
Have y'all done the that Irish parade that you're doing tomorrow before?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I used to ride that or ride a little four-wheeler, pulling this
Yeah.
guy in a chair. And I always loved it just because, you know, you're going through the quarter. And
Yeah.
It's a real short route. I mean,
It is.
I don't know, what, mile and a half, 2 miles, something like
Something
I
that.
think it's
like
like
that.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's like 2.
Yeah.
But that one's really fun because I like to go into different parades. You get to see different things. It's not just one straight line. You know, even though those one straight line parades are fun, but you get a different atmosphere. Definitely.
Y'all going to go to their after party or whatever they have? And I forget what they call it. Their ball, I
Ball
suppose.
thing, yeah. I'm sure some ladies will be there.
It's a nice
Yeah.
thing. It really is. I mean, because like you don't realize how many people are in that little parade until they open up that big thing. You're like, Jesus. Okay.
Definitely.
I felt really Italian when I went there last time.
You
You're
did.
supposed to be full blooded. I snuck in.
What other like charity events do y'all have coming up? You'd mentioned the one on April 1st.
Yeah.
Is there any other ones that y'all have coming?
Yeah.
Well?
So we have the April 1st event. That's our next big event that's coming up. After that, we have some smaller events. We work with the NOLA Yacht Club, so it's racing season. The kickoff was last night, so we did like a little mini performance there.
All right.
And then we'll do some more mini performances periodically during like regatta nights on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So that keeps us kind of like busy and on our toes. We're hoping that City Park is going to be able to like start doing some of their June Under the Moon and events like that again. They've like started to peel it back a little bit, but traditionally we've been pretty active in those as well. And so we're hoping we'll get to continue to kind of do those as they open up those opportunities.
We've done the Heart Walk in the past, so we hope we'll be invited to do that again. Worked with the SPCA, so.
Yeah. And then, you know, halfway to Halloween, kickoff, dance off, and then it'll be fall and getting ready for Caribou again. So,
yep.
Do y'all do all of the alternative holiday ones like the Caribou, Jingle, the Easter one?
yeah, when not Easter, but we've definitely done Caribou. We did Jingle when it was going. You know, now that things are clearing up, hopefully we'll get to go back to doing some of those. We did one in July last year.
In Harahan.
Yep.
Oh, the Crew of Kings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I might have seen y'all on everything this year.
Yeah.
You might have.
There's an
It was a
opportunity to
hot
catch us
day
every
in
year.
July.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I really appreciate y'all coming on.
No, thanks for having us.
You know, and you know, every time that I do see y'all on the parade route, you know, I do get excited and I get a smile on my face. So, you know, I look forward to seeing y'all continue to march, and you know, I wish the Bombshells nothing but you know, great success, and you know, I look forward to y'all in Mardi Gras every year.
Oh, well, that's awesome. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Oh, we'll be
And
dancing.
your sparkles.
Yeah.
Or,
don't-
elite auditions this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to show up to all the girls, so I'll let them do it, and I'll send y'all a videotape
Deal.
Perfect.
on
Okay,
like
we love
millimeter or something.
We love
to make
that.
it weird.
So, thank you again. Signing out. We will see you on the route.
While you're strolling New Orleans, you ought to go see the Mardi Gras. If you go to New Orleans, you ought to go see the Mardi Gras.